Well, we don't wear skimpy bikinis. Hell, it frightens me when I take my shirt off. There's definitely no one pregnant here. This is motor sailing for old dudes. We do live on a boat, and we do cruise extensively along the Australian coast. Join us and visit some great destinations. Learn how to look after a boat and live off grid. It might even get you enthused to do the same thing. Hey, stay out there till you can't. Great anchorage here, but one thing I could never work out is why do they call it the hole in the wall? Absolutely poured all night. Okay, so this is our second attempt at leaving Jervis Bay. We headed out yesterday and pulled the pin on it. The swells were pretty large, they were probably 3 or 4 metres, and it was pretty ugly getting out through the heads here. So we went back. Never be afraid to go back and be comfortable for a day and just let that weather settle down. So the wind's gone around to the west now. And there's blowing offshore, so that should calm things down a bit. And what we're doing, this is the last day where we've got a chance to run a bit further north, because it is going around to being a northerly pretty soon. So we're just going to hop out of here and run up to the Shoalhaven River, Grenville Point. It's about a 4-hour trip, so hopefully it's a little bit nicer out past Point Perpendicular here. Past Beecroft Head, the sea has flattened out a bit. We're not getting the swells bouncing off the headlands there and making it pretty uncomfortable, and it's not too bad out here. So I just called VMR and told them we were going to head up to Shell Harbour. So we're going to head up to the marina. We'll get fuel there. We can do some shopping if we want. We might even stay a night, we'll just see. Anyway, Shell Harbour's our destination. We should be there in 3 hours and 54 minutes by the plotter. But it's pretty comfortable out here at the moment, and we're getting along at 6.7, which is pretty good speed. Sail's doing a little bit. The rain's really set in now. The wind's gone. The sail's just flogging around out the front there. I hate that, but it's too wet to go out and furl it. And it looks like there's a bit of better weather coming, so it's clearing up out behind all of this rubbish, and I'm just going to wait till then and we'll go out and furl the sail up, because it's doing absolutely nothing now. I've altered course a little bit, headed towards the shore a bit, but to no avail. It's the wind's gone, and I'll just wait till this rain stops and we'll go and furl the sail. I must admit, even in this sort of weather, everyone in this boat is pretty comfortable.
I'm doing my banking.
It's pretty cosy inside the cabin. I really just can't see myself standing out in the cockpit getting all this weather thrown at you anymore. Take on fuel and then head to the public pontoon in the marina to do our shopping.
High-rise steps here.
We're tied up at the public pontoon at Shell Harbour. You're allowed to stay here for 2 hours, and the beauty of this is that Woolies is right off the boat, so you can go and do your shopping and do all that. Unfortunately, marina berths here are pretty high price, about $82 a night for us. Last time we were here it was $120 a night, which was a bit ridiculous, but they're about $82 a night. Just a little bit much, so we're just going to put fuel on, we're going to do our shopping, and we'll probably head off again. I thought it was going to be a quick shop.
Hey?
Thought it was going to be a quick shop.
Quick as I could go.
We left Shell Harbour and decided to run up to Port Hacking. The wind is going to go round to the north tomorrow, so we don't want to punch that. It's out of the east pretty well at the moment and not too bad. We're skipping along over 6 knots, so we're doing good speed. We'll be there at round about 10:30, 22:30 tonight. So a bit of a trip, but yeah, it's quite pleasant out here. We're just working our way through all the ships off Port Kembla at the moment. I've got the radar on and just keeping an eye on them, and Wombi's down in the galley cooking dinner. What's for dinner, Womb?
Indian.
Indian.
And then rhubarb and apples crumble. Gotta hold it on the stove and keep on going everywhere.
We came into Gibbon Beach last night and were lucky enough to pick up a public mooring, so these are the public ones. So while we're here, there's a good little walk over onto the ocean beach through a national park, so be aware of that. lot of our national parks, unfortunate. There's a lot of noxious stuff in here, I imagine. I'm not sure what it is, but looks like it's pretty overrun. Not too much noise, Ted. You're in a national park. Well, Wong, you better get the gear off. Bombora lies about a half a nautical mile offshore. You should keep a good lookout for it, especially when heading to Port Hacking from the south. A little bit of rain this morning, not too much, but there is rain around again. And I think Wednesday looks like it's going to be all right to head a bit further up, so we'll probably get up into the Sydney harbour on Wednesday and have a poke around there. We've had a good look around Port Hacking. In some of the earlier videos we had a good look around Port Hacking, so we'll probably just hang here and then head up to Sydney Wednesday. Wombi's in heaven. She's off for a swim this morning. You ran into my boat. This was Craig and Dave off Ripples, and they just dropped by to say, "How you going, dudes?" Well, we've been trying to have a quiet afternoon, but all these fans have turned up. Followers.
It's not going to turn out that way. I rang Norm for some advice a few months ago, and now all of a sudden he turns up at my beach, and I thought, oh my God, I've got to go and swim out to say hello.
What are you doing out there?
Well, a big afternoon here in Gibbon Beach. Is Gibbon or Gibbon? Gibbon Beach. Got all the View crew coming over to say hi.
Hey dudes.
This is Bob and Peter.
Cheers, Norm.
And they've come all the way out to Gibbon Beach to say hi. Good on them. After 2 really nice days at Gibbon Beach, the wind's gone round to the southeast and it's time to leave. It just started raining actually, not forecast, but yeah, it's going to give the boat a good wash. So we might fire the engines up, wait for this bit of a scud to go through and go and drop the mooring. And our destination is Sydney. We're going to go up to Blackwattle Bay and spend Easter up there. So short trip this morning. But we'll just wait for this rain to go through, I think. If you're ever leaving Gibbon Beach to head north, there's There's a couple of shoals out here you've got to be aware of, so be careful of them. You've got to leave them one side or the other, but there's a couple of shoal patches that you do get trouble. Well, what a shocking welcome to Sydney. Wet, wet, wet. Unbelievable. Well, we just furled the sail because it's going to rain a lot more in a minute, and we're just going to come around South Head here and get into Port Jackson. So we'd be on, the wind would go around to being on the nose as we go up the harbour. So we've got it in, haven't got too wet doing it, which is good. I hope it clears up a little bit for Easter. This is a shocker. Well, what a great anchorage. You're virtually in the middle of Sydney. There's a pontoon nearby where you can tie your dinghy up, and there's public transport and shops nearby. So it's a great spot. I hope this rain eases up a bit and we'll have a bit of a look around. Thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. You can help by subscribing. It doesn't cost anything, and if you subscribe it just helps get this channel out to other people. So thanks again for watching, and we'll see you next week. Cheers, dudes.